Hi, I'm Jeff, and I have a problem. Somebody left a dress skeleton in my workshop, and Tallulah's still naked. Jarf! So the way this video is going to go is a little bit different. Instead of explaining the steps and splicing B-roll in between them, we're going to go through this together step by step. So I guess we better start with step 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is to stay stitch all the bodice pieces. So that's going to be all the pieces that are making up the torso part of the garment. And that happens to be this piece, and this piece. So a stay stitch is just where I take a single piece of fabric. So what we do here is we're just going to stitch down this way, and then I'm going to do another stitch down this way, and that just helps it hold its shape. But like on this part of the bodice, we'd start here and we'd go down. So let's have a look. And I need to wind a bobbin. So you get to watch me do that. Bobbin here. Thrilling. All right. Looks like step 2 is to pin the bodice front to the bodice side front, matching at the notches, and stitch. So let's go ahead and start pinning. And the bodice side front, these are going to match up sort of like this. Like there. And so that kind of gives you an idea of how this piece is supposed to fit together. So pinning. Let's stitch. All right, and to finish step 2, we're going to press. Press towards the front. So I'm only 2 steps in and I'm already swapping things. The real step 2 was I'm supposed to reinforce the bodice middle part, the front, up at the top. So let's do that. Luckily I can go back and it's no big deal. I'm just gonna make a stitch along the seam line for about 1 inch in either direction. I'm actually going to measure and mark this. Okay, that's step 2, which is now step 3, complete. Okay, let's see. 4, make darts in bodice back. Press dart towards back. Stitch front to back at side seams. Okay, so first I'm gonna make darts in the back, which basically just means I'm gonna make a little pleat. I gotta make some tailor's marks. Where's my little scissors? Ah, they're way over there. Snip, snip. Okay, setting this aside, time to make some darts. So I'm pinning right sides together. I've got my little tailor's marks that tell me where the dart starts. And I'm just gonna go ahead and draw a quick line on here. Alright, time for number 1. And there's the dart done. And here's what it looks like. And it's just a little gather to make the waistline a little bit slimmer. Press dart toward back. You know what? I'm gonna do the second dart off camera and we'll come back for the press. Press the darts towards the back. Any pressing thoughts on your mind? Yes. Below. All right, all pressing matters have been taken care of. I'm gonna turn this off before I get the camera. Safety whenever. Okay, so, and finally we're gonna stitch these backs to our front from earlier. Like so. Oh, actually, wait. Like this way. Right sides together. That's important. Say that to yourself like it's a mantra. Right sides together. Right sides together. Time for some friendly little pins. Mwah. I love you, pins. Voila. One, two, three. Remembering to double back. And remembering to double back. Same for the other side, and we'll be on to step 5. All right, step 5. Pin the bodice front lining to bodice side front lining at side front seams, matching notches. So basically I'm going to do the same thing to these red panels that I did to the equivalent space panels. Then after that, I'm going to apply interfacing to the bodice front lining and to the back lining. And I've also got to make darts in the lining, just like I did in the space fabric. So I'm not going to show you the steps with the lining because we've done that before, but I will jump back in when we get to the apply interfacing stage of step 5. All right, now it's time to apply some interfacing. So I've got my back interfacing here. This is going to be 2 pieces. Let me get my pin cushion. Here I've got my back pieces, all darted. My front pieces sewn together. I'll set these aside for now. Focusing just on the back interfacing. As I mentioned before, this stuff is sticky on one side. It's going to be kind of bumpy. So they don't match up perfectly, but that's okay because sewing is more about averages than it is about individual precision of any given step. Yeah, you can do a single step so wrong that it ruins the garment, but a very slight difference in geometries, not going to make a big difference. Forgot to turn on the iron. Ready. Train! Now for the front side interfacing. Remember, we're applying this to the wrong sides, so that's quite a bit different. This is going to be tricky. So this involves a little bit of shaping of the lining because this does not perfectly match up with the flat spread, but it will if you pick it up and pull it into place. Always good to check that your seams are facing the correct direction before you either stitch over them or, as in this case, apply something sticky on top. Don't do dangerous stuff. Alright, and that's all the ironing. If I was a little slimmer. Yep, apply interfacing. Last part of step 5. Alright, step 6. Stitch the front lining to the back lining at the side seams. Just like before. Nope, that puts the interfacing on the wrong side. Glad I caught that. And now the same on the other side. I'll just do this one off camera. Alright, well, it looks like we are coming up quickly on the 15-minute mark, so I'm going to end it here for this episode, and we'll pick up in part 3 of my dress series. So as my brother always says, I'll drive if you buy the gas. No, wait, that's not right. It's like and subscribe. And also follow me on Instagram. You get to see all the projects that I don't have time to videotape. There's a Discord link in the description, so check that out too if you're interested. Alright, well that's it for me. I'll see you on the next episode of the Jarfcast.
Jarf! Jarf!
And there's a Discord link in the comments. Not the comments, the description. There's a Discord link in the